How is the arena here?
Pilgrim, the trial of the mind awaits below. Your goal is simple. Show you comprehend our past. Communing with the Hiss teaches who we were before, makes us what we are now. To remember our ancestors' deeds is to know ourselves. Learn of our past, and act with what you gain. You conquered the trial of the mind. Faster than Captain Hinamo, might I add. Perhaps he's not suited to feats of intelligence. Your next trial is that of the heart, where unnecessary distraction and digression lead to failure. Follow the well-traveled path marked by statuary. Speed is of utmost importance. Nazooks awaits you at the finish. Are you ready?
Someone, please help me. Please, I need your help. So embarrassing. I twisted my ankle during my trial. Would you walk me back to Hismir? I can't make it alone. So many beasts in this marsh. The other one, the elf, he ran right past me. Well, a good deed is its own reward.
I've waited for you. You've undertaken the trial of the heart. Time is meaningless, for the true test lies within your own heart. You willingly failed a task to help someone in need. This was a necessary distraction. The trial of the Fang remains before you. You must fight while at great disadvantage. Bimikas will assist you in your preparations.
Another pilgrim? So few today beyond yourself and that Dominion soldier. Are you ready for the trial of the Fang? He finished his trials before you arrived, and is currently in communion with the Hist. He must not be disturbed. I do. It's quite simple. Defeat any of these warriors in single combat to pass the trial of the Fang. Oh, and you must drink poison. Nothing permanent, just something to dull your senses. Here. When you feel the poison's fire in your veins, challenge any warrior to single combat. Go prove yourself ready for the Hist.
New challengers are always welcome. Your sickly pallor comes from root rot poison. Excellent. I accept your challenge, and I offer you the honor of first strike. Enough! I yield. You fight like Wamasu.
I see no lingering effects from the root rot poison. Aren't you a hardy one? Yes, and you did it well. Few make it past the trial of the mind, let alone all 3 trials. They're necessary to prepare one's body and spirit for what comes next. Good. I've prepared Hist sap in the bowl beside me. Drink it when you wish to commune with the Hist. It is different for every pilgrim who drinks the Hist sap. You may speak words or think thoughts that aren't your own. When the Hiss shows all it wants you to see, find Comax A at the highest tier of our pyramid. He'll help you interpret your visions.
My love, I found the right mixture. You've heard it before, I know, but this time I feel it in my scales. Drinking this will allow all of us to commune with the Hist. We'll regain what our people lost. I guess it's now or never. The Hist is in my mind. So strange. I must...
Years of work, and it all comes to this. I almost don't believe it. You should be the one. You communed with the Hist, refined the amber. Placing the Zot stones was enough for me. It worked. Oh, and it's so beautiful. I must tell the others.
The Kothringi are upon us. Quickly, activate the Zot stones. Such power, were it ever to fall into the Kothringi's hands.
Return. As Root Steward, I must say your vision remains a secret of the Hist and yourself. But for myself, I must ask, what did you see? Zot stones. The Hist may be showing you a way to defend Hismir against some future threat, but I have not heard of Hist Amber in an age. You should speak with Comax A. If anyone knows, he will. Gone. Whatever the Hist showed him, he was in a hurry to act. Perhaps his people are threatened as well.
The look in your eyes. You've communed with the Hist, I see. You and the Dominion Captain make two outsiders in one day. A portent if there ever was one. fruit of the Hist. Its magic once powered the Zot Stones, protecting us from our enemies all those years ago. But the Hist haven't borne fruit in an age. Why do you ask? Oh no. Captain Hinamo also asked about the Hist Amber. Then he left here in great haste. If he possesses any amber, he could use the Zot Stones upon the Root Stewards, the Pilgrims, everyone in Histmere. Why would the Hist show him this vision? To ward the Western Ruins. If you find any Hist Amber, keep it from Captain Hinamo's hands and return it as swiftly as you can. Should the Dominion plan to capture Histmere for themselves, I must prepare a defense. I pray the Hist Amber is lost to the ages. Captain Hinamo must not control Histmere's lost power. The Hist cares not for kingdoms or politics. It shares what we have forgotten. How we use its gifts is our doing.
You're the hero who defeated Sadal at Tormented Spire. My respect.
From the sides! Split up!
To the side!
Once I dispatch you, Histmere will be ours.
What do you want?
You have not pleased the Hist today. Rather, you fulfilled the Hist's expectations. A subtle distinction, but necessary to comprehend the Hist. You unlocked a secret from our past, one so well hidden we didn't see it ourselves. We'll retain this memory until it is lost once more. Then, in a time of great need, the Hist will reveal your deeds to our descendants.
Have you found any signs of our missing pilgrims? What would the Dominion gain by keeping pilgrims from the trials? It is senseless.
Not there. Rajin Shadow! Zara thought you another monster, coming up to...
Do not surprise Zara again. Zara asks you that question. Skulking about, sneaking up. Announce yourself next time. Zara might have clawed you to shreds. What would you do then? Jacos, I thought you were one of them. This place crawls with Fenlord servants. Left behind when they created the Crown of Ascension. Zara came here looking for it, but did not expect so much resistance. You will help, yes. Zara will make it worth your while. Step lightly. Fenlords do not keep lazy servants. They could be on us in a flick of a tail. Some say it is a tomb, where the Fenlords encased themselves in ice to wait out the long ages. Others suggest a jewel-encrusted crown that reveals all places and possibilities at once. Alien necromancer kings who once ruled Black Marsh. When their slaves rose against them, the Fenlords had them executed and revived as undead. Preserved against the ages, they toil even now, protecting the tombs of their long-dead masters. Unknown, some say they created the Crown of Ascension and left none forever. Others claim they were overwhelmed by Alicia's rebellion. What matters to Zara is finding the Crown of Ascension, obtaining it, and getting out of here alive. A fine goal, no? Does it matter? It is old and very well guarded. If we gain it, we will be renowned. If it is powerful, we become powerful. Whatever happens, our names will be sung throughout the ages. Is this nothing? If it is big, leave it. And sell the location to any who would have it. If it is small, take it and find the highest bidder. If it is powerful, well, some things are best kept to oneself, yes. As companion to famous Zara, a share in my fame, of course. But you mean compensation, yes? Zara has a cache reserved for this very thing. Do not worry, you will be paid well. As you see, Zara is Zara. Joined the guild, but that wasn't for me. Too much sitting and waiting for orders. Bah! Alkosh waits for no one. Why should Zara? Mages, to find things that are hidden. They have the most exquisite libraries in Dune. Row after row of books. It's easy to see how things become lost. Then again, there is a guild for that too. Just as one finds things that are lost, another may lose things that are found. There is profit in both. Neither much tolerates the competition. Studying the dead, learning more about them. They have no minds, yes? Nothing to fill the space between the ears. Replaced with magic. Old magic. Fortunately, there are ways around that. Even in death, the Fenlords distrust their servants. To guard against rebellion, they inserted control icons into the heads of their arisen slaves. Zara found one. With it, I hoped to gain passage through this place. But its magic is stale. Does not work well. Magic has faded, yes? It is enough to stop one of these monsters in its tracks, but only for a time. Zara was barely able to overcome the one at our feet. This is why I need your help. With regret, no. Zara is very clever, but not so strong. If the moons do not smile on us, this stone may be Zara's only escape. Do you feel them? Like ice running down Zara's back. Care is needed. Wrongness surrounds us. Step softly. was worried for a moment, but we've done it. The crown of ascension is ours. Travel to Alten Coromant to have it appraised. Surely Zara has dealt with Captain One-Eye in the past. She is wily, but Zara is her match. Here is compensation for your efforts. Rest assured, you will be remembered when Zara tells the tale.
Stretch your tail here in peace. What brings you to the hatching pools? I do not return items lost on a bet. Did he tell you he lost at gambling? Perhaps you're a gambler as well. Would you like to win it back? But that wouldn't be any fun. No fun at all. Come now, play a game of riddles with old Akishan. If you answer correctly, I will give you the loot. Excellent. This will be fun. Let me know when you're ready to hear the first riddle. Good. Here it is. Dripping crimson, it washes across battlefields. Both friend and foe fall in its wake. The few who defeat this undying enemy surrender to its cold embrace. Are you prepared to hear my... Good! Here it is. Dripping crimson, it washes... Ha! Perhaps that was too simple. Are you ready to hear the next riddle? Prepare yourself. It runs smoother than rhymes. It falls but cannot climb. It trembles at the lightest touch, yet can carry the heaviest of burdens. Its sweetness soothes the spine. What is it? Haha, correct. You're good at this. One riddle remains. I hope you're prepared for it. Ah yes. This should get you thinking. Destroyer of kings and maker of merchants. It brings high men low and low men high. A wise man's vice, a fool's folly. Excellent! That is the very riddle upon which Irananin lost his loot.
His greed cost him his most prized possession. As promised, here is his loot. I hope this experience has taught him the price of greed.
Did you get my loot from Arkishan? By the three, you did it! You saved my life and returned my livelihood! I don't have much, but what little I have is yours. I'll earn it back, and more, when they hear me play in Stormhold. Never again. I sought a shortcut to riches and nearly lost everything. A fool and his looters soon parted, my father used to say. Had I listened to him, I would have avoided this folly. You have my never-ending thanks. If I should meet a singer in my travels, I'll commission a song in your honor. Luck to your house, my friend.
Keeper Omnise was a kind woman. She tended eggs, you understand? She was a midwife to Argonian hatchlings. And they butchered her. The Dominion cut her down and left her to rot. I take no pleasure in being right. The Dominion must have learned Vice Canon Rondar's knowledge of the hatching pools. It is imperative we learn the Nemikek's true role in the Dominion's plans. They bring nothing to this land but abomination. If you haven't seen it yourself, Dominion forces are all over the hatching pools. They kill anyone who tries to leave. The only good news is they've left the eggs unharmed. We could use your help in learning why. I'd like you to cut down every Dominion soldier you see, but a quieter approach is more prudent. Either way, find Keeper Uzith A. He'll know how to buy time until I arrive with reinforcements. Ukatse found ceremonial garb in the chest behind me. He made it past Dominion guards, but one of their tigers sniffed him out. His wounds weren't too severe. You could use the garb to seek out Keeper Uzith A. Just keep an eye out for tigers. Report the extent of this attack to Vice Canon Haytamine. I expect to return with reinforcements quite soon. We'll drive the Dominion from the hatching pools. If you see opportunities to aid the Keepers, I urge you to do so.
The Kaguti walk amongst the Gwar, but do not hunt unless the Gwar strays from her herd. Then wooden wasps would fly, bringing the Gwar down to the mud. The Kaguti gore the Hist to drink its sap. In the hamlet, a tree dies screaming. In the mire, a tree goes mad. The Gwar watch the Kaguti, but do not understand. A weapon once gifted to the Wasp children. Bound in blood, it slips through the Hist's dreams. Tree blood burns, and Tree dies a lonely death removed from its sisters. The Gwar thanks the mighty Wamasu for its mercy. The Kaguti thought themselves clever to coat their tusks with poison, but the tree knows all. Its roots will soon feed on the Kaguti who burned its blood. The Kaguti think the Gwar won't bite off the tusk that strikes it. Now the Kaguti are brought down to the mud. The Gwar seeks reeds to fill its belly. A gully in which to wallow. These are what the Gwar needs. Leave conquest for the Kaguti.
If you're another Dominion retainer come to mock our hatching ritual, we won't stop you. Not that we have a choice. The Dominion tells us nothing. Those who left, they killed. Those who stayed, they let live. We don't know why. We continue to prepare for the hatching. They haven't stopped us from that yet. As we speak, the eggs grow moist. Before we begin the hatching, I wish to know the Dominion's intentions. But endangering yourself on our behalf isn't something I can ask. Then go. Light the braziers in the Zanmirs of first light and setting sun. As you walk amongst the Dominion, listen with care. We must know if they mean us harm. And look for Assistant Talixith. If she still lives, inform her I'll need her assistance.
Have you come to stop the Dominion soldier who devours my kin? Keeper Uzathay can go count his scales. A Dominion dryskin cooked and ate one of our unhatched eggs. Though I'm sworn to the shell, I will not allow him to harm another. What good is the hatching ritual if these despicable fools eat our young? Tell me what platitudes would Keeper Uzathay say to that? This dry skin must be stopped for good. Make the egg he consumed his final meal. Spill his blood upon the ground where it may feed the roots of future generations. Show we fight to protect our young. He must pay for his crimes.
The lizard put you up to this? I'll eat her young.
They're almost like the spinners from back home. Couldn't we spare them, sir?
What part of no survivors don't you understand, Private? These savages are the enemy. Once they complete the ritual,
But,
they die like
sir.
the rest. If you're so keen to argue, talk to the alchemist. It's his order.
Sir, Yes, sir. So much film. They're starting to grow together. Here, I'll show you.
Keep your boots on. You're only here to
They're so much fun. They're starting to grow together. Here, I'll show you.
Keep your boots on. We're only here until the eggs hatch. Then the lizards get theirs, and we leave this muck wallow for good.
Pity my misery. The braziers burn atop the Zanmir's pinnacles. Tell me, what have you learned of the Dominion's plans? There must be more to it than massacre. What can they achieve by waiting before slaughter? They could kill us now and have done with this place. Something sinister is at work, but we have no time. The hatching will soon begin. Then there is hope. As the hatching approaches, the Dominion will likely observe the ritual. Would you stand with us, despite the danger? Then we should begin. The time of hatching has come. We gather by the boughs of the Hist. What have they... No, this cannot be. Burkenberg! What have they done?
Ahate! No!
The Dominion. They'll doom us all! The Hist. Our link is gone. I cannot feel the Hist. This must be why the Dominion waited. To see if the hatching would fail. Without the Hist, the eggs can't hatch. Now there is only void. I feel it, forming around the tree. You saw what it did to Ahate. The same will happen to our unhatched eggs. I'll offer myself to Sithis in exchange for holding back the void. It must be done. Save the unhatched eggs. Keep the eggs from the void. Protect our future. Sithis, I implore you. Shield our unhatched eggs from the void.
Must save the eggs. Killing the eggs. Dominion, they're coming.
He's gone. He died for the eggs. Did it work? Are they safe? Some, you say? They murdered our hatchlings, our children. Why? But you saved some. That is, it's a good thing.
It must be a good thing. We must restore our link to the Hist. Without it, the hatching pools will never see our young rise from its cool waters. The Dominion can only cause such a thing with a powerful artifact. Then the danger is graver than I thought. The Namek egg bears the memories of the Hist. Severing our link is the least they could do with it. Come, we must leave this place. What is it? Vice Cannon Servina. Thank the Hist.
What happened? If Assistant Talixis is with you, where are the others? Then we're too late. Thank Vivek, some good news. We'll bring the eggs to Hismir where they'll be safe. You handle yourself admirably against such odds. The Dominion would have killed half a generation of Argonians without your help. What of the Namek egg? Have you learned what the Dominion wants with it? Then we know why Ruvatar needed a place of power. Should the Dominion bring the Namek egg to their homeland, they prevent every Argonian hatching ritual from afar. I think I know. When our scouts found signs of Dominion soldiers to the west, Vice Canon Hatamine led a contingent of soldiers to an Aliad ruin called Loriacel. Hurry there and tell her what you know. If you'll excuse me, I have vermin to clear from the hatching pools.